I do not like waking. I'd rather stay up late at night. I'd rather, like, if I could position my life that way, that'd be great. But I'm not productive that way. I don't know that I have the passion to do both of these anymore. Like, but I don't want to walk away. What do I do? You cannot control it, whether it's in the shower or wherever. Like, and I'm trying to figure out methods in my life currently to take those in before they're gone.
I am with Brad Rooks, who is the owner of Knotted Threads. Did you just nod to this camera?
I sure did.
Did you do a wink?
No winks.
Can you give me a...
Oh, all right.
All right, so we'll add one of those little flare things on your teeth for that. Brad Rooks, ladies and gentlemen, owner of Knotted Threads. He has started what is the best way to describe this? I was going to say a mentality movement, Buffalo mentality.
Sure, just like a self-aware, self-development, self-personal,
self-improvement,
self-improvement
mindset.
Yeah, we're starting a movement. Yeah,
it is a movement.
It is.
I like it.
It's certain move.
So, Knotted Threads, custom apparel company, Buffalo mentality, and that birthed the Ruck Challenge.
Yeah, Ruck 90.
Ruck90.com, baby.
Yes, right.
Worship leader, music lover, camera lover.
Yeah.
Father, husband.
All the things.
Dog dad.
Yes.
What am I forgetting?
Rucker.
Rucker, baby.
Yeah, bud.
So just take a minute for those who don't know you.
Okay.
Tell me let's start with Knotted Threads.
Okay.
Tell me a little bit about Knotted Threads.
So Knotted Threads is our like our bread and butter business. Like it's what we do full time for a living. My wife and I both operate and run it day to day. But it is our creative outlet, our creative space to essentially be a collaborative support for other businesses in the area. And we just really make cool custom swag.
You do?
You know, I made that one, made this one. We've made a lot of stuff.
I know. Are you wearing your...
I've made this one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. To be a t-shirt guy, like I'm a t-shirt hat guy just through and through. Like when I wake up, I'm just t-shirt hat. Don't ask me to put on a suit. Like just not my jam. Yeah. Right. But it's a good business for me. Yeah. Because like I just get to be me. You know?
Well, and that's, before we went live, we were talking about like, I don't ever want to be fake.
Yeah.
I have nothing planned.
Right.
Like I just want to sit here with you and see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I love that.
But I mean, it was cool. It's a cool story. Dating back to 2008, when I had kind of this, it was in the downturn of, the market kind of crashed, 2008, the housing market. Yeah. I was working, doing deliveries for like Ashley Furniture, big bulky deliveries.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I was delivering furniture and appliances, and I ended up working my way through into kind of the corporate office, so to speak, and kind of built a life over the last kind of 17 years when I was with them. But in 2008, they had a downturn, of course, in the market. They didn't need as many people because the work just wasn't there. No one was buying furniture. And so they gave me a 2-week notice, which is interesting, right? Normally you give the 2-week notice when you're leaving. And
it's nice of them.
So I had this like 6-month period to try to figure out what I was going to do with my life. And I was like, man, it'd be really cool to make t-shirts, right? And this is 2008. 6 months later, they called me back and they're like, hey, we made a big mistake. We want you to come back. And so the dream started then.
So was t-shirts always like you just thought they would be cool?
I just thought it would be cool. Okay. Like I've always been fascinated with art, with being creative, and like getting something onto like a digital file is one thing, but actually getting it onto an actual,
to make it physical
to where you can wear it and withstand or whatever. Like that's a little bit different of a challenge, right? And so that's where kind of my heart was then. I didn't know that we'd come back to it 17 years later. But, the Lord brought us back, and, we're 3.5 years into the start of Knotted Threads, and we're just really, really loving it.
I know. And that's, I was going to ask, so like, it was not your career choice, like out of high school.
No.
So what happened to make Knotted Threads like, you know what, I'm going for it?
So in 2021, I started having conversations with my brother. My brother he created a screen printing business, and he ran screen printing for like 8 years. Like he kind of took my dream and went with, no, I'm just kidding. He may not have even like really known like if I was even serious about it, but he found he's a very creative too. He's a twin.
Yeah.
I'm a twin.
Yeah.
So, we're very similar in that space. and he kind of ran with it with a few buddies, and I kind of learned vicariously through him, about the screen printing. And anytime he was doing some cool projects, I'd come over and kind of watch him, and kind of learned a lot over the years. And then there was a new process that came in, the one that we're currently doing, and I started really learning and understanding. And understanding it gave me the ability to print on a lot larger of a categories.
Yeah.
So we can print on a wide variety of things versus with screen printing, you're kind of limited in some aspect. And so learning this, and was like, hey, like this is something I think that maybe we can do part-time. Started dabbling in it a little bit. It's a little bit smaller of a form factor. I'm a process nerd, and so I was like, yeah, I could dial this in, and we could.
I love that about you.
And so I was like, okay, let's figure out how to do this somewhat small, make a little extra cash, have some, just kind of start building out this dream that I once had. And it's like, okay, what could this turn into?
Yeah.
And early on, man, like it just kind of started catching wind, and I'm like, okay, like we've got something here.
Yeah.
And then I started just noticing my heart kind of shifting towards it, right? And I'll never forget. It's January 23rd, 2023. I'm having a conversation with the Lord, and I was just like, God, my time is split. Like I'm spending, evenings and nights doing this knotted threads thing. I'm trying to be honorable with my time and steward my time well for UST, which is a company that I was working for. But like, I don't know that I have the passion to do both of these anymore. Like,
Okay.
But I don't want to walk away. What do I do? And that was kind of the question that I kind of threw up there. Like, what do I do? And basically it was like kind of, you've got to do this for me sort of thing. Sometimes you have to kind of lay out a fleece to the Lord. And it's like, I can't physically do this. I don't want to walk away from, something I've built over the last 17 years. And then the next day they let me go. Out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's...
right. I didn't expect it. There's a lot of my coworkers didn't expect it. It stung, being let go of anything, and it was a layoff. They call it a layoff. Still let go.
Yeah.
That stung a little bit, but I had the conversation that I had literally 24 hours earlier to go back to, and I was like, this is too coincidental to be a coincidence. Okay, let's do it.
Too coincidental.
So that's when we didn't birth it, but that's when we started running 100% towards it.
And you were like, well, I'm going to go for it.
Yeah. I'm going to go for it. Yeah. I mean, this is it. Like, this is the path that's been made clear. Like, let's go for it.
And I just had something pop in my mind about like the immediate clientele that you kind of had ready for you.
Yeah. I mean,
you had people like, not like knocking on the door, but you had an idea, used a couple people as a sounding board, and they were like, as soon as you want to do it, we want to place an order.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm like, that's not a thing really.
Yeah.
Which I just think is awesome.
It's super cool, man. We've had so much favor along the way. Like, our clients are incredible. Like, we are huge in the deck space.
Yeah.
Chris Brina's the thing, of course, for that. Meeting him early on into our brand's existence was huge. And we've gotten a lot of support, and because of that, like we do a ton in the deck space. But we cover basically any company. Like, we can do your apparel, like any event, any church. Like,
okay, so you mentioned it's not screen printing process, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so tell people that don't know, like, what is the thing that makes knotted threads like this? I know that it's really cool.
Yeah,
I don't understand all the ins and outs of it.
Right.
I just know I can stretch it any way I want to, and it doesn't like.
So what I tried to explain, the process, if we dumb it down, like, it's called DTF. It's a direct to film transfer.
Okay.
And so we print in a way to where we can really control that image, and we put it onto a film. We process it onto a film, and then we use heat and a lot of pressure to transfer that into the garment that we're doing.
So it's not. It sounds like it's like half like screen print, dye sublimation.
Yeah, it's so very, very similar to a sublimation process, which because they're using heat press, and very similar to it is a digital printing, We use water-based inks which are the thinnest inks out there. We use the top consumables, like the newest consumables that I find that are better. Like we're switching, we're moving. We're always like moving and shaking, trying to figure out the next best thing so that you can have those prints that last a long time, that you can stretch, that don't immediately crack after the first wash.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and the thing I love about it is you can print the whole rainbow of color in a print.
Right.
And it's not like this is a 6-color design. It's going to be X amount of dollars.
I got frustrated with that too. Like doing projects over the years, like in traditional screen printing, every single color is a new screen.
Right.
And so every time you want to add an additional color, there's additional cost to every single shirt. Right. And so that is okay if that's the route you want to go. We don't charge a setup fee. We don't charge for additional colors. Like because we print digitally, we can manipulate the artwork to work with your garment, right? If you have a black shirt and you've got black in your artwork, I'm going into your artwork and I'm pulling the black out of your artwork.
Right.
Because I want your shirt to be that color.
Yeah.
Right? I don't want a black on a black.
Yeah. Because we could have printed this .com inside this gold bar.
100%.
And it's just like gone.
And a lot of print shops do. A lot of print shops will just take artwork and say, okay, this is the artwork. We're going to put that on a shirt. I'm going to take the artwork and say, okay, how can I elevate this artwork to work its best on that particular shirt?
Yeah. And we've troubleshot my designs to try and make them feel less there, so that when you wear the shirt, it's just more comfortable and enjoyable to wear.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I know if I had gone a different route and just got it made with ABC company, like I would have gotten back and it would have been like super crunchy and everything.
Yeah.
So I love that aspect about what you do is try to not just take somebody's order, but like it's like giving them a Christmas present.
Right.
When they get their stuff in, they want to actually not only just be excited to wear it, but like wear it and not think about it. Like a good pair of shoes. Like
right.
Good pair of shoes you never think about, but when they're bad, you know.
Oh yeah, you do. Absolutely. Yeah, and that's that's part of our process. I don't like to say, but anybody can make a t-shirt. But can you make it first? Can you elevate that original idea, make it feel as best as it can on that particular shirt, and then in 6 months when they want you to do it again, can you replicate it?
Right.
That's a big piece missing, I think, in our industry is there's not like the replication piece is kind of hard to do unless you're taking measurements and being precise. Every single job that we do, I mean, we use a laser guided system where we've got those lasers set to specific measurements. We're documenting those measurements as we do it. So the next time we go and do this specific shirt, we're like, okay, it's 4 inches down. We're gonna, do this off whatever. And we just know that shirt has these specifications. We do it this way and we'll be able to replicate it every time.
That's awesome. I had a thought the other day. Somebody posted on Facebook. We've talked about this before too. Like, I don't know how many people continually look for the same thing on Facebook, but it happens almost every day, 37 times a day. And recently somebody was like, hey, I'm looking for somebody to make some hats and shirts and whatever. Yeah. And I was just like, I didn't say this to Facebook, but in my brain I was like, you guys, why are you trying to do the same question all the time?
Yeah.
Okay. And I just thought, all right, well, you can price shop. You can spend your time looking around for people that might not even get back to you.
Right.
Or you could just go without a threat.
Right. Yeah.
This could be good every time.
Yeah.
And I don't say that because I'm like, I like you, which I do.
Thank you.
But I'm just saying, like, if I didn't know you and somebody handed me a shirt, I'd be like, I don't know why this is different, but I really like it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there's a bunch of screen printer people out there and they all have their place.
Yeah, for sure.
But Knotted Threads is not that, and Knotted Threads is elevated. But I love that it's not just the product, it's the you actually care about the people wearing the product.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I love about it.
And one of our main focuses, I mean, it's on our site. Like when you start to submit an order or submit a request, is like we really want your ideas. Mm-hmm. What I don't want is like, yeah, you can send me your sizes, quantities, colors, artwork, and say, hey, do this order. But what I really like, what gets us excited is when somebody's got some good ideas and they're like, hey, help us bring this to life. And that gives me the opportunity to look into that and say, okay, well, what can I add on our side, knowing our process, knowing this space, to really elevate that idea?
Yeah, I love that. What you were just saying is that I love when people have an idea, because then it like lets you off the leash and you get to play that creative role to say, here's what could be fun. You could try it this way. Have you thought about this? And you challenge me a lot in that.
Right.
And I'm a freaking full-time creative person.
Yeah, man. Like I've told Tyler this. Tyler's my wife. Like I really want to get our business in a space to where like we've got people rocking out t-shirts and they're looking good and they're feeling good. I've got people that are helping to facilitate what these ideas are and to get them organized into a manner. But I'd love to be in a spot to where I come in and like project by project, it's just creativity and like ideas rolling here, and then everybody like we're just making it happen, right? Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
That to happen.
Absolutely.
I think it will.
Absolutely. It's happening now.
How much of your closet is made up of your own apparel? And do your kids think you're cool because of it?
So I do need to purge my closet. I've got a lot of t-shirts in there. Okay. Not only do I have a lot of t-shirts, most of them are black. Right? As you see, I typically wear black every single day.
I have the same problem.
It makes things easy. Well, hang out with me enough and everybody will have the same problem. They'll just be wearing black because I'm giving you black t-shirts all day. I don't know that my kids think it's cool that I have all my t-shirts or like all the t-shirts in my closet are mine or made by us, but they have their own t-shirts in their own closets of their brand.
I seen that.
Rooks Boys. And they have friends that wear their brand and they do oh yeah. And they think that's cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is there how old?
I have a 7 and an 11-year-old.
Yeah. So if I had my own merch as a 7-year-old, I would feel like I was on cloud nine.
There was a friend of my oldest, Trenton, and he wore his Rooks Boys hoodie for his like graduation picture. And like they printed like the banner and everything for the fifth graders, and there he is, Rooks Boys hoodie. I was like, okay, that's awesome.
That's awesome. All right, so we talked a little bit about Knotted Threads. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about Buffalo Mentality.
Yeah. So Buffalo Mentality is what I consider my personal development brand, right? Like this is just a place where I get to share that side of me with the world. That I'm trying to elevate myself. I'm trying to be better dad, husband, father. Not athlete, but essentially have an athletic physique.
Listen,
right?
I've seen you without a shirt on.
I got a couple.
Ladies, he's married. Sorry. I'm just glad I got to sit in the sauna with him one time. You know what I'm saying?
Hey. There's an ad popping out, every once in a while. Okay. I'm like, oh, there you are. I like that. Rucking has helped a lot with that.
Yeah.
But Buffalo Mentality was actually birthed out of a accountability group that I'm in with Chris Breen. So birthed out of LDX, the Legacy Day Experience, right?
Yeah, for those who don't know, Legacy Day Experience, LDX, is a personal development course that has a 2-day graduation. That's what it's easiest way in your live event. Yeah. Culminates in a live event, and it really solidifies the teachings that happen during the course process. And Brad is in my group. We've been through it together. Mm-hmm. Forge for Life.
002.
002.
002.
It doesn't sound as cool as 007.
No. We'll just say 002.
002.
But 007 is happening right now.
It is.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting.
I know. New group of guys going in.
Well, let's go.
But yeah, so LDX birthed a lot of things.
Yeah.
We probably wouldn't be sitting here without LDX. Actually.
100%. Yeah, it's birthed a lot of things in me. I've learned so much how to kind of framework pieces of my life. And then it's given space for like creativity for this stuff to pop out. And so that's where it was actually birthed out of a conversation with a guy having a hard time. I remembered the story of the cow versus the buffalo. And, should we tell the story of the cow versus the buffalo?
I mean, if you want to.
Absolutely.
So 37 minutes left. Do whatever you want.
Let's go. We're having a conversation in, this accountability group. Guy was having a hard time with where he was at, and I remembered this story, the cow versus the buffalo. And so, if for those who don't know, the cow versus the buffalo is they're two large animals. I mean, they're both similar in size. They both can sense when nature is coming, but their response to nature is different. So they both know when a storm is coming over the horizon. Their response to the storm is different. A cow will turn from the storm, typically run or try to bed down. And what ends up happening is that storm catches up with the cow, either runs with it, right? Or just the cow just experiences that storm in the pace of the storm. A buffalo takes a more proactive approach, and they turn towards the storm, usually in a herd, usually in their group of people, or their group of buffalo. You're my group of people.
Yeah,
Right?
I was tracking.
Yeah, and I got you. And then so they start heading into the storm. The storm's just as violent, just as big, just as everything.
It's the same storm.
Same exact storm, but they decided to head it on. And because of that, they go through the storm quicker. They still take on damage. They just don't take on it for as long as the cow would. Right. And so how is that, like, why does that matter? Okay, well, what's the storms in our lives? Everybody's got them. And our first instinct is to run from it. Our first instinct is that's uncomfortable. Like, let's get out of here. But the reality is if we'll look at it and we'll head to it and we'll go through it, like, we're going to learn a lot from it. We're still going to take on some damage. It's still going to suck. But once we get to the other side of it, we've done the thing, right? And we're better for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and I love that the cow tries to turn and run from it, and eventually, if you think about it visually, like the cow's running, the storm is coming, you're running in the same direction.
They're just traveling together.
You're just in it for a longer period of time.
Yeah.
I would much rather be the buffalo and go, storm is coming, cool, let's run through it.
Yeah.
And then it's done, it's over.
So yeah, it's just that mental picture. And I was like, okay, well, like, buffalo mentality. Like, we have to have buffalo mentality. So I created a brand around it. Yeah. And I was like, it was, again, kind of one of those things where it's like, I don't know what this is, but it has a grip on me. And I couldn't go to bed. And so I was like up till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, like designing and like, okay, what is this supposed to look like?
You were texting me images.
Yeah, I was like, what's this going to look like? You know, and it always starts off super bad, right? You're like, don't go back to those original ideas. Those were pretty bad. But it's taking shape. It's creating other opportunities. And
yeah, and if I'm wrong, tell me. But I feel like Ruck 90 was born out of buffalo mentality.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is Ruck 90?
Well, another brand. We got Rooks Boys. We got a bunch of brands, right? So Ruck 90 is a 90-day, 100+ mile ruck challenge. What that means? There's a few rules.
What does that mean?
There's a few rules.
What is rucking?
Rucking is literally walking with some weight. And because we want everybody on the same playing field, this is actually a challenge I created for myself, Q4 of last year. Scott Sheffield, our buddy Scott, also 002.
Yep.
Let's go. We are in this accountability group together. We were setting up our Q4 goals, and we both had a goal of rucking 60 miles. I just learned about rucking, and like, let's try this out. Let's kind of be consistent with it. I'm gonna ruck 60 miles in Q4. I think that's a good goal. Well, we go to the day of like setting our goals and like declaring with everybody what these goals are. And Scott's goal is also ruck 60 miles. And I'm like, Scott, like, come on, be original. I'm just kidding. He probably did it. He probably did it to the side, like the same thing as that I was doing, not even realizing. And so I was on a ruck that morning, and I was like, I can't do 60 miles if he's doing 60 miles. So I'm going to up mine to 100.
Oh.
And when we actually met, Scott had changed his to 100. Now, I think he was kind of doing the same thing as me. Like, I'm going to one up this guy. I'm not going to do 60. I'm going to do 100.
He has that about him.
I love it. Yeah, he's a driving personality for sure. I love that. And so we show up to the meeting. He's now got 100 on his goal list, and I've got 100 on my goal list. And I'm like, come on, man. And so I was like, I just quickly penciled 100 miles and create a challenge and invite others. And so I was like, okay, well, I knew I needed a way to track it. So I was like, I'm going to go ahead and create a form.
Part of you.
Yeah, the system's part of me. I need a way to track it. So I'll just build it, and I'll just build it in a way that I can invite other people to do it. And if they do it, that's great.
Yeah.
And so I did. And our first quarter, we had 27 people join and ruck 100 miles. Not all of them completed it.
Right.
Created some more goals or some more rules. It's okay. It's okay.
I would just point out for the record that I did DQ, and then I did 65 more miles anyway. So I DQ'd at like 70 miles.
Yes.
And I was like, well, I can't do that to myself.
So what he's talking about as the DQ is because I'm creating this challenge essentially to keep me moving and keep me active and keep me healthy and consistent. I wanted to make a goal that I couldn't do overnight. Can't ruck 100 miles overnight.
Yep.
I mean, it's going to take you a little while. I didn't want something I could do in a weekend. I didn't want something that I could do I didn't think I could do in a month, honestly.
Right.
I wanted something that I would really have to show up constantly to do a little bit at a time, because the personality that I have is I want to knock it all out one time.
Right.
And I'm not good with that thing that takes 90 days.
I think a lot of people are like that.
I think a lot of people are like that.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, 20-pound minimum. You just got to row. You just got to make it over 100 miles in that quarter. You use my tracking system that I built. You put that information in every time you ruck, and then and then you just monitor it. The big thing is if you don't ruck in a 7-day period, you're out. Like, I'm not DQing you. You DQ you.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't move.
Right.
This is an active challenge, and so you have to be active to stay alive.
For the record, again, I'll point out that I didn't actually not move my body. I forgot to log my miles one day, and that was the DQ.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't go out like this.
And I think my response was, what, rule number 2?
Yeah,
Details matter.
Freaking hit me with it.
You know, and I've thought of ways to maybe automate that so that, like, you don't have that last secondary piece to complete your ruck.
Well, it'd be cool if, I'm not a Strava member,
Right.
But it would be cool if there was some type of, what I know about this anyway, I don't know if this is accurate or not, but if you used whatever app to begin your mile tracking,
Yeah.
and then as soon as you're done, it just automatically sent it.
That was the plan. That was the plan with Strava. They want to hoard specific identifying data from, I need data that I can identify back to Spencer when Spencer does it. There's no data that they provide that was an identifiable key to use to link it back to you. So they give us the first name and then the first initial of the last name. And it's only going to take 2 John Smiths or
Right.
2 John Swanson and a John Smith to
Right.
break the whole thing. So I was like, I abandoned that, and I was like, we'll figure out a better way. I may build an app.
It's crazy to me how many people still don't know what rucking is.
Right. I mean, rucking's it's not new, but it is.
It's not mainstream.
I guess
It's not mainstream enough for people to be like, oh yeah, rucking.
I mean, my algorithm is nothing but rucking right now, so I feel like everyone knows what rucking is. But you're right.
So if you're interested, go to ruck90.com. You can go to Buffalo Mentality. You can go to Not a Threads. You can go to all 3. You can hit me up. I'll tell you where to go.
Yeah.
It's not too late. You can sign up. Well, how much is it to sign up?
$50.
$50. And
So-
what do I get you?
So I can get you a really cool T-shirt once you cross 100. Yeah,
You know somebody that
yeah, I do.
like that.
It's me.
You started the Buffalo Mentality movement. My question was, what inspired it? And at any point, did you consider calling it something less intimidating like Moose Vibes?
Moose vibes. Well, I haven't really studied the nature of a moose. I'm sure they have something that we could pull from.
Sure.
Right. That's just a perspective play.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if you look through the moose lens, what are we seeing?
I don't know.
Okay. Somebody needs to start a moose movement.
Moose movement. Dude, did we just make a thing?
The moose movement. Double M's, baby.
For people?
Now I will say,
Buffalo Mentality.
for Buffalo Mentality, it's wordy. It's a mouthful.
It is.
There's no real way to shorten it.
Nah.
Because buff men,
Buff men.
hey,
I feel a calendar coming.
exactly.
about that.
There's not, and BM there's just really there's no good way to shorten that.
No,
You know?
PM already has an acronym. Means something else.
Yeah, it's a different movement.
We're going to go on to question 3. And that is rucking for fun.
Yeah.
Explain this to people who think carrying heavy stuff on your back sounds suspiciously like yard work.
I mean, It could sound like yard work.
Yeah.
So rucking, I will go ruck for fun. But typically I use my rucks as a way to like supercharge my day. So I will start in a ruck and I usually take about an hour in the morning. Used to be like 30 minutes. Now it's closer to an hour.
And because you're giving yourself more time mentally, or you're rucking longer?
I'm rucking longer and giving myself more time mentally. Okay. Something that I found out with rucking is that once you got the weight on, once you got your shoes on and you start moving, like that part just happens.
Yeah.
You really don't have to think about it.
I know. I went out for 2 miles the other day and accidentally did 5.5.
Right.
I don't know. It wasn't not like I was trying to.
Right.
It's like I went for 2 miles.
And then you did.
And then,
yeah,
it was in like, I don't know what happens, but those juices start to turn on and you start calling people, thinking about something. You're doing a thing like your creative ideas flowing, your meditation time, prayer time, all the time. It's just you and the asphalt.
That's what I figured out, is that the ruck just naturally happens. So how can I use this time in like the best way in my day? Not just to like shake off the sleepy and wake myself up, but like what can I really do to really set up my day, to remind myself who I am, remind myself where we're going, like what we're doing, why am I even awake? Because I'm not a morning person. I do not like waking. I'd rather stay up late at night. I'd rather, like, if I could position my life that way, that'd be great. But I'm not productive that way.
Right.
And so I'm trying to force myself into being a morning person. And I have leveraged rucking as a way to do that. And so typically I will wake up, be really upset about it. Just kidding.
Thank you for 30 seconds.
Cranky. Oh, we've already figured out my wife and I can't talk for the first 30 minutes of the day.
That's good.
Typically it's not a me thing. We'll say it's a you thing. It's okay. She'll love it. She'll love it. She's not a morning person either.
Is she watching this?
I hope so. Are you watching? Are you watching? No. Well, maybe she is.
Maybe.
If she loves me, she will.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. No, she always loves me. And so we learned like that first part of the day is kind of rough. And so I started kind of stacking my ruck at the beginning. Say, okay, I'm gonna go out, put my shoes on, and if I can just get around the block, I'm not rucking in like fancy hikes or like trails or anything. Like I'm literally just in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
I try to extend it as far as I can, walking through like the pool parking and everything else. I'm the crazy guy in the neighborhood, but I know that if I do the things that I've set inside my ruck, which I'll listen to the Bible, I'll pray, I'll listen to some affirmations that I've recorded for myself. I'll talk to some friends, I'll send out some gratitude, I'll listen to a book, I'll listen to some meditation music, some different things. But basically I usually have a plan of that whole hour of things that I'm gonna do inside of it and just kind of let the ruck be the ruck.
Yeah.
The work is gonna happen itself. But by the time I'm done, I'm like, okay, I'm awake, we're good.
Yeah.
I'm fine. My blood's flowing, got some sweat going. I've usually confirmed to myself like why we're awake, what we're doing, remind myself where we're going, what are my goals, and then I've called up with a few people. And so that's just how I started. And rucking has kind of been the avenue to create that space to do it.
Yeah, I love that. And I just thought about something else, that the ruck has kind of turned into this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And even so much so that another friend of ours, Alex, has started a ruck podcast.
Yeah.
Called Ruck Talk.
Absolutely.
You can go check it out. It's on all the things you listen to a podcast on, Ruck Talk. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And it hit me the other day. I was rucking, listening to Ruck Talk, and I just thought, man, this is just what a time to be alive. This is cool.
Yeah. Which is literally just another guy rucking and having a conversation.
Yeah.
Like he's not in a studio. He's on his feet.
On a ruck.
And he's on a ruck and he's, giving motivation for that movement. It's awesome.
For those who don't know, you also are a worship leader at church. You run a business, you carry weights through the woods, and you raise 2 boys.
I do.
Do you actually sleep?
Yeah.
Or do you just plug in and charge like a phone?
No, I don't. I do sleep. I'm trying to get better at my sleep by going to bed earlier. Waking up at 5 and 5:30 kind of forces you to go to bed a little bit earlier.
Yeah. I tried to be asleep by 10:30 last night, but it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because I sometimes can't turn my brain off as a creative person.
Yeah, I deal with the same stuff. And so now 9:30, 10 is where we're trying to kind of land in the bed. But yeah, no, I do get sleep, and learning the kind of the frameworks of what we've learned through LDX has allowed me to give a little attention to a lot of areas every day,
Right.
to where it still feels like I'm drowning, like everybody else, but it looks like I'm getting a lot of stuff done too, apparently. Like,
I know. Well, we also have the same amount of time in the day to do with it.
yeah, right.
I think the waking up earlier part has definitely been the hinge point, the linchpin for me, as far as when I go to bed at night, do I feel productive? And if I slept till 7:30, then by the time I'll get up, get coffee, eat something, and I don't know how it turns into 10 o'clock.
Yeah, right.
But it does real fast.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh yeah, all I did, it's 10 a.m. and all I've done is open my email.
Yeah.
Versus wake up at 5, do something difficult, take a shower, and then I'm making my coffee by 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And by 7:15, I've opened my email. That's 3 hours different.
Yeah. It does give a much different perspective of power when you get up and you attack your day like that.
Yeah.
Like, if I could figure out how to wake up at 7 and still get all the things done and do all the things, I would absolutely do that. But that would put me out into late hours of the night. I'm a dad. My kids are going to get up when they're going to get up. They don't really care if I slept good last night. They don't really care. And so just the thing that works today is shifting that time. But I don't want to give a false facade that I am like working from the time that I get up to the time that I go to sleep, which technically I am, because my brain's always going in those directions. But actual physical time to task, I'm trying to build a moderate lifestyle there, where that when I go to a task, I'm super focused. I'm super, like, even let's call it flow state into that task, into where I'm able to really make a big dent into that thing versus just being distracted all day.
Are you implementing time blocking?
Yeah, I already do time blocking.
Do you do it by brain activity?
Right now, I do it by just necessity, the things in our business that I need to focus on. And so, or the things that I need to do, like I need to go to the gym. I'll have a time block in the morning. I've got a time block in the afternoon, time blocks in the evening. But yeah, just really trying to structure my schedule to where when I get to that thing, that category, that task, I'm just productive and not thinking about the other tasks, which is hard to do, man.
I know.
I struggle every day with it.
I think a lot of people could benefit from time blocking, and some people don't even know what that is. So if you're interested in time blocking, Google it.
Let me Google that for you.
If you want to know about a thing, Google it.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to know what's harder,
Okay.
building a brand from scratch or getting your kids to eat vegetables?
Man, my kids, they do eat vegetables, but they don't eat the same vegetables. Like they have their own like kind of little favorites that they'll go to. Trenton loves green beans, which, hey, if your kid likes green beans, I mean, you're winning already. But building a brand's fun. It's just fun. I would love to get to a spot to where I can find my handoff piece, like my handoff place.
That is cool. Creativity shows up in your work and in your worship. Have you ever had a design idea hit you during a church service and you had to pretend you were taking sermon notes, but really you were doodling out a design?
Maybe not the design idea, but ideas, yes. Like when I'm sitting there, dude, ideas hit when they hit.
Oh, yeah.
And you cannot control it, whether it's in the shower or wherever. Like, and I'm trying to figure out methods in my life currently to take those in before they're gone.
Right.
Because a lot of times just pulling out your phone to put in the note of the thing, you're like, oh God, no, don't go.
It's elusive.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I'm building out something to help with that currently, using some Siri commands, Siri shortcuts, and subtracting to store those ideas on the fly.
I'm interested. What's the weirdest custom apparel request you've ever gotten, and did you actually make it?
Somebody asked me if we printed on ties last week, and not that that's super weird,
Yeah.
But it's like I can print on anything if you're brave enough. I don't see a reason why we couldn't print on a tie, but I don't know. That was interesting one.
You could take the tie,
Yeah.
put the film, and then press it.
Yeah, I mean, we could absolutely print on it. I just don't know. I'm a t-shirt guy, not a tie guy.
All right, Buffalo mentality is about facing hard things head on. What's one hard thing you used to avoid, but now you lean into?
Honestly, probably self-talk, self-care.
Yeah.
Really understanding and trying to be more self-aware, right? When somebody gives you maybe the feedback that you didn't necessarily ask for or want. A lot of times in the past, I could just be like, well, that's your opinion, stuff it or whatever, But now, I could still give you that same advice, take your opinion elsewhere,
right.
But I'll at least usually take it and meditate on it for a minute and just say, is there something there?
Yeah.
Even if I don't agree with it right now, is there something there that that I could learn from?
Yeah, because it could be that person in their own moment,
Well, yeah,
in their own headspace, and you're like, no.
and it's a perspective shift thing. It's like this person is seeing from a lens that I'm not seeing from, and if that's the way that they're seeing this situation, then potentially I could see the same lens as well.
Right.
And what does that look like?
I mean, you could be in Buffalo mentality, and they could be in Moose vibes.
Moose vibe, complete moose vibes, the moose mission.
The Moose movement.
Oh yeah.
If your life was a custom T-shirt slogan, what would it say?
It would be a cliche saying, but it would say, "Nothing changes if nothing changes."
Hey, I posted that last night.
Oh, did you really? I didn't see it yet. But that's one of those sayings that have really stood out because it literally takes action for things to change.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to take action, you're literally not going to change.
I'm gonna show you because that is wild, and for you to say you didn't even know
I didn't know you posted that. No,
I did that.
I love that.
So I'm gonna show it to you.
Nothing changes. Yeah, I love it. That's true.
I mean, literally, I know you can't see this real well, but it says, nothing around you changes until something within you does.
That's right.
That's wild that you said the same thing.
That's cool.
What do you hope your boys learn from you, from watching you live out your faith, your business, and your Buffalo mentality?
I want them to be resilient around every corner. To understand that it takes failure after failure after failure after failure. I know they get to see dad doing some really cool stuff. I know they get to see dad building really cool stuff. But the thing that a lot of people don't get to see is the 100, 200, 300 times I failed getting that thing off the ground.
Right.
And failure doesn't always look like a big failure, but anytime you do something and it doesn't work, it's a failure. Embrace that because you get through all the failures, you find the fruit. And so I want them to just kind of have this heart to where I'm never going to stop trying until I figure it out.
Yeah, man, there was a lot going through my brain just then. But I was just like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Because there's too much.
We can do it again.
But I love that it's kind of like that artist that has a not one hit wonder, but oh man, they're mainstream. They're all over the radio right now, but it happened overnight. But what you don't realize is no, they've been making music for 15 years.
Yeah.
And they just now got a foothold.
Right. Somebody just now noticed them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's important to think you're doing something and it's not gaining traction, but you love it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If it gains traction or not, do it for you.
Absolutely.
And you might fail a whole bunch of times at whatever that thing is, but the only way you actually fail is if you stop.
You might win.
What happens if you win?
What happens if you win?
You fail and you did it again. And you did it again.
Yeah.
Well, you could win. That'd be wild.
That'd be wild if you won. I think you could win.
You could.
You won.
All right. I have some rapid fire questions. Thanks, Alex, for giving me this idea for on the fire. Shake, bruh.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, ready? Coffee or energy drink to survive a ruck?
Coffee.
Best dad joke you've dropped recently?
What's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? One's really heavy, the other's a little lighter.
Favorite song to lead worship to secretly gets stuck in your head all day?
Anything Brian and Jen Johnson, Bethel, like old school, new school.
Your go-to snack when the business hustle hits?
The chomp stick.
What's the one thing your kids would totally roast you for?
Being bald.
If you had a spirit animal besides a buffalo, what would it be and why?
A moose, because we're on a moose motivational mission.
Is cereal just cold soup?
Yes, with chunks.
If people want us to learn more about you and find out what you do, what do they?
We're pretty heavy on Instagram and Facebook. So you can find me, Bradley Rooks. You can find Not at Threads Official, Buffalo Mentality Official. Ruck 90 Official is I have it.
So if someone wants to order t-shirts, what do they do?
Yeah, so we try to make it really, really easy. So go to notatthreads.com. There's a form there that you can fill out and give us all your ideas. We'll take those, we'll digest those, we'll get back to you, and we'll start building something really cool.
That's awesome. Man, thank you for being here. I appreciate it so much.
Absolutely.
You're like my bro.
Yeah.
I love you, dude. And I'm excited for things that are going to happen in the future. Where we are now is just like a springboard point to what our future selves are going to look like. I don't even know what that is yet.
Yeah,
but
it's exciting. Thanks for having me, man.
All right. We'll see you later.
Yep.
Okay.